Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to Rex Tech Pub. A late one. I just got off a phone. Trying to get the guy off a phone. Said, I gotta get going. I got a live stream to get going too. And he said, well, yeah, I was just wondering. Thinking, oh my God. I wanted to hang up on him, but I couldn't. Finally, I just snapped at him and said, hey, I gotta go. I got a live stream I gotta do. What do you mean? I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. Click. He just would not let me go. And I said, it's a minute after, dude. I gotta get going. Like, to what? What are you in a hurry for? Uh, apparently he has no idea what live streams are. I completely confused him. When I started throwing words at him, he didn't appreciate. He said, okay, fine. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, 3 minutes after. Oh, anyhow, I am here. So sorry for the late, delayed start, but couldn't get the guy off the phone. Just kept wanting to say this and do that and ask me this. I'm like, dude, I don't got time. You called me at the wrong time. What time shouldn't I call you? 2 minutes to 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock? It's about like 2:56. And he called me, had one simple question, and that led into another, and then he had a comment. And he had another guy say, hey, dude, I gotta go. Oh, some people just don't get that message. So, hey, Tim. Hey, Scott. Hello, Ski Man. Thank you, Tim. So, do we not have a Mr. Ken Stout again? No, we don't. Yeah, I gotta catch up to Scott's videos, and I've got those in the bedroom. A few of them I haven't watched yet, but one of them I want to watch over again. I kind of liked it, and I can't remember which one it was. I was watching a bunch of just kind of randomly going all over the place and just randomly picking videos. Like, well, what's this about? Go to like another one. Like, pick this one. So I was just randomly picking videos. Oh, I think you're a lot better at this than I am. I couldn't get paid $1 million to do what you do. I wouldn't come anywhere close to it. Hello, Ken. Ow. Yeah, my back yesterday was hurting me a little bit, and today it's just, I don't know, that lower, right where I had my muscle spasms, that's kind of aching me today, so I hope I don't have major problems. I hope I don't go crashing to the floor a bunch of times today, but I haven't felt any twitches yet. Nothing yet, but I've got that pain in my lower back that's kind of telling me the next thing that's going to happen after this is down to the floor you go, kissing the carpet. Unannounced. I mean, it's just boom. I just face plant with no warning, no second to spare. Just down I go, and it hurts like a son of a bitch to smash my nose into the carpet. And I've done it thousands of times. And hopefully it doesn't get any worse than I did take my medication, so it should not get as bad. But I do have a bunch of what is it? Anti-spasm medications for muscle spasms. So, the only update or news thing that I've got, and it has to relate to a guy that's on YouTube. Brytech has again started complaining. It's something he's good at doing. But he's now saying that this, and we've talked about this before a couple of times, that the KB 5077181 is causing serious problems. I'll add a caveat to that is it was causing a few issues for a few people, not everybody. A few people that just had their tweaked systems and had something on it they shouldn't have, and this update caught it, and I don't know what it was, but it was causing a whole bunch of. Like, that's why I keep saying it was, because Microsoft keeps saying there's no issues with that update. There really hasn't been. But Brightech and a few others are just going off a wall saying that this particular update is just continuously causing problems. No, because I went to the known issues with of Windows on the updates, and I I don't see the issue. I'm not seeing it in their known issues page. I'm not saying it doesn't mean it's not happening, but it kind of makes me scratch my head thinking, why are only a few people in the world having this issue and everybody else isn't? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. I don't know if he's. I don't know. That's the third time or second time I think he's mentioned it. I've only mentioned it maybe once last week. I said this update could cause issues, and the key word there is could. I didn't say it is like he is. He's saying this is causing major problems, and I'm just, not really. I don't think it's that big of an issue, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just not seeing the world the way he is, but I don't see this update causing a serious issue. Not causing. I keep saying that wrong. I don't see that it did cause a major issue. Like I said, maybe for a handful of people out there in the entire world, it might have. But these are probably people that have things on their computer they probably shouldn't. And when the update goes through, it sees this. Like their Bluetooth, their HDMI. It started off as an installation problem. It wouldn't even install. That update wouldn't install. It kept. I don't know. That was kind of weird. It wouldn't install, and then you get an error out of it, installation error. But for those who did get it installed, then they had all these other issues. So, but I don't know. I don't think that's really is like Microsoft said. That's not a known issue. So I don't see it being an issue because Microsoft is saying it's not an issue. The only one I see complaining about this is Brightech. Everybody else is just kind of saying quiet about it and just saying it was an issue. It's not anymore. But Brightech and a few others out there just won't. They keep complaining about this update, and it, like I said, maybe for a handful of people it might have caused a few issues, but for the most part, I don't think any of us had any major issues. So I don't know. Take that as you will. You can have your own thoughts about that as you want, but my point that I'm saying here is I just think there's a lot of fabricating of stories. And everybody's pointing their fingers at Microsoft saying, Microsoft's causing my problems. No, it's not quite like that. No, it's not like that. They have had maybe a few issues that might have caused issues, but I just keep hearing Carrie and Doug and everybody else keep preaching to the choir that we need to stop bitching about Windows updates, that it's never been a problem. It's your imagination. Well, I'll be a little bit nicer than that. Say there have been maybe a few issues, but like I said, for the most part of us, there's no issues. This is just a handful of people that just had tweaked systems. They're not OEM set. And when they did that, this update saw that, and it just it went batshit crazy. It didn't know what to do, so it just got stuck in a boot loop. It just restarting, and it just couldn't get past it. For most of them, though, for a few that had installation problems, that update wouldn't even install. An update installation error. Hello, Richard Rogers. Hey, John. Oh. Right Tech being a creator needs contact and money. Yeah, he does. He's I don't know. Brian Tech, I mean, don't get me wrong. Brian Tech is a good person. He's a very good person, but man, he likes to complain about Windows. I mean, I know I do my fair share of complaining about Windows, but nothing. I mean, once he gets going, he's on that train going down a steep hill, and once he gets going, he won't stop. It's just, I just sit back in my chair, it's like, yeah, he's just sitting there blabbing on and on. I'm just sitting here rolling the eyes in the back of my head saying, yeah, Bright Tech, yeah, we've heard the story before. Try me a river. Then after that, he came out with another, and I didn't catch it in time to do this live stream today, but he had another, I think it was today or yesterday, he had another bitching update, or bitching upload that he did about another update, about another Windows update that was causing him a snafu, believe it or not. Now, I don't know if that's a made-up story, but he was saying that, I don't know, this was a couple weeks ago, that he had an update that was causing him problems. Now, I don't really necessarily, well, I guess you would have to. I guess for those few people in the world that are having these so-called issues, I guess you could uninstall the update. I don't think you should do that. I think you should just wait for Microsoft to catch up to you. And they will eventually, because they know the problem of your specific computer. They know it's causing you problems, so just give them a couple of days. They'll fix it. You may not be able to, but I guess you can uninstall the update, but I don't know. I guess if that's the only computer you have and you can't do anything else, yeah, uninstall it. But if I was you, I'd just shut it off, put it aside, use a different. They'll get to it eventually. They'll fix it. You'll turn the computer on, it'll boot just fine. So I don't know. I guess it's the choice is yours. Wait a couple days, see if it corrects itself, or you can and uninstall it. But I really, I don't think you should do that. But the choice is yours. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm just going to give you my advice is just let it go for a few days, see if it fixes itself. I'll tell you what, by Monday, if a few of you out there are still having issues, just uninstall the update. Wait a couple days, wait for it to reinstall, and it won't have the problems it has now. If there are problems with it, which in my head, I'm thinking there aren't any issues. They took care of that pretty quickly. I know last week I was mentioning that they were going through this list of the so-called known issues, which Microsoft is saying there is no known issues as of a couple days ago. And I checked that website quite a few times. I didn't see anything particularly leading to this update. When Bright Tech says go to their known issues page, they got a full page of this. The hell was that? Something here just popped. I don't know what it was. I don't know. Things are still working, so. I don't know. You really have to worry about people that just constantly complaining about Windows every single. I mean, I know I sound like I'm complaining about Windows, but I don't have the problems you guys do. To the few people out in the world I'm talking to. I just don't like the direction Microsoft is going in. I think they should pack up their shit and go home. They're going to keep doing this. That's my opinion. The thing, the start menu. There's nothing good about this new start menu that's coming out. I just don't like it. I'm sorry to people that are addicted to it already and think it's the best thing since sliced bread, but I think it's hot garbage. I think it's a polished turd. That's what I think this new start menu is. I don't like it. I guess I get stuck in my ways because I still remember Windows 7 and their start menu was just a single skinny line. That's all it was. The best thing to work with back then. Look at the start menu today. Buffering, baby. That's at your end. It's not at mine. I've done nothing wrong at my end. In fact, things are running better, a little bit better today than they were yesterday. Because my CPU percentage is down to like 18, or well, now it just dropped down to 15%. 0 drop frames. And kilobytes of 800 something. I can't read those numbers, but they're pretty good today. So I don't know. I wish I could help you with the buffering, but what can I do about it at my end when I'm not seeing any issues? I'm not saying you're wrong, but there's nothing showing up at my end to validate drop frames because it's saying there isn't any. But yeah, it's running a little bit better today than it was yesterday. CPU is not running as hard. Yesterday is running at 26, 29%. I'm like, what the hell? Shouldn't be running that hot. But today it's doing better. So, don't know what to tell you about that schema. I mean, I don't have anything to do at my end to help you with that. Hello, Wintermute. Wonder I'm not getting any yet. I'm good at my end at John Williams. So I guess I need to ask the question, being that some people are bitching about, is anybody having buffering issues? This Winter Ski Man is saying, is anybody else having issues? I don't know why you'd be saying there, because unless there is something I can, but yeah, Darren. I know you were here before. I'm just reading the names as it's coming by because I'm not going to go through the top of the chat, work my way down. I get myself lost that way. Well, you said you were having drop frames, and now you're saying you're not having problems? You're fine. Okay. They know there's people like Carrie and Doug that really disapprove and do not like people bitching about their saying there's buffering. When at my end, I'm not seeing any buffering on his show. But everybody else that day, we were buffering. No, he wasn't. He was doing just fine, and he told you that. Because all he's got to do is look down and just drop frames. And it says 000. It's not at his end. That everybody that Saturday was bitching. They're having buffering, and there was no issue. Doug looked at it. I looked at it. There was no issue. And a lot of people were saying they were buffering. It's like, no, you weren't. Nobody was buffering, so I don't know why people were saying that. It's a fluke mistake, I guess. I don't know. Okay, Alex. Well, don't get smart about it. I'm just saying I wasn't having problems. And I'm not Alex. I mean, there are some days I do have issues, but not really related to YouTube. Mine's more of an internet problem than anything. More of a computer problem. It's more of an internet thing. It just slows down to 5 megabytes, then it jumps up to like 10, kind of hangs out there a few seconds, and it just kind of rolls back down to 4. and kind of goes up to 6, then down to 3, then back up to 7, then back to 5. It just keeps moving. Everybody's does in the entire building. CTC, when they were here the other day, I asked them about that. He said, "Yeah, that's a problem in the entire building. There's not much we can do about to fix that. Your wires just can't hold the signal, so you got signal leakage. It's the internet that's escaping out through the entire building, and it's just not staying in the wires and getting to our computers. So the needle just keeps bouncing all over. It doesn't stay put like it's supposed to." Buffering for bad for me now. Well, again, drop frames, nothing. My megabytes have actually gone up. They're about 800 something now. And the CPU is still about 15-16%, so I don't know. What do you guys want me to say? I am not going to do no speed test, Tim. I am not having issues. Don't know why you guys are hung on that today. But that's the same thing Doug says. Why are you guys complaining about it when he's not having a problem? But yeah, I'll look into a couple things afterwards. I may have to just refresh things and kind of restart, and that might help tomorrow and Sunday stream. But I'm not seeing anything here at my end that could be causing it, unless it's a issue I can't see. But I'm not seeing anything now. But I'll check a few things later, just kind of make sure things aren't clogging up, making a mess out of things. So I will check on things later, but I kind of doubt there's anything I can do. But I will check it, just to ease your guys' mind that I'm ignoring it. I'm not. I'll check into a couple things, but I don't know if there is really anything I can do. We got a couple minutes here left, so anybody else got anything you want to say it now, because in about 2 minutes here, I'm going to hang it up. I don't know, I've got Windows updates. It's been kind of hanging out here for the last week or so. It may have something to do with it, I don't know, but I don't think so, because it's been like that for a couple of weeks. That circle with a little orange dot in it, it's been there for a while. Put up a new train video this morning. I'll have to go look at that one. I could have train videos for you guys, because I don't live too far from the railroad tracks, but it's been smooth as glass here. So yeah, I guess it's only affecting maybe a couple of people out there, but I think it's just your region, your area that might be causing a hiccup somewhere. I don't know. It kind of gets me tongue-tied when you guys say you're having buffer issues, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. My tongue twisted. I don't know what to do about it at my end. That's kind of what Doug keeps telling you. There's not much he can do about it. There's not much I can do about it. I kind of see what he's talking about. I sent a short video to Scott of a short train. You sent him a short train. Short video to Scott of a short train. Okay. Yeah, the trains have been kind of late through here lately. They're just kind of... I think it's this year or next year, we're losing our train service that's going right past the high rise here. They're shutting the train service down. They're not doing the coal transport anymore. I don't know why, but I guess they're not using the coal in Duluth anymore. So they'll use these tracks for something else. Maybe. I don't know. I'm sure they will, because it's the only set of tracks we have going through Minnesota. We don't have the north and south anymore. We have the east and west, but we don't have north and south anymore. They took that out in the 80s. You said he was buffering, remember? Yeah. That's gone. Moving on. Oh, Jeff, you having a good day, Jeff? Didn't mean to ignore you. I just don't catch names as easily as I should. So now I guess I gotta scroll through these names, see if I missed anybody, because I don't like missing people. I don't intend on it. Yeah, Ken's out there also bitching about my buffering. Nothing I can do about it, guys. There's nothing I can do. If there is something I can do, talk to Doug Butts or Carrie about it, and maybe they can give me suggestions, but I don't know what else to do. I'm kind of stupid in that area. You guys say I'm buffering, but what can I do about it at my end when I'm not seeing any drop frames? Nothing. I'm okay. I just got abstracted in something and missed your start. Well, I'm still glad you made it here. You hate this so much. What do you hate, Tim? People need to chill. Yeah. It's nothing I can... But like I said, I'll check a couple things after the live stream, make sure I don't have anything causing it, but I kind of doubt it. But I'll do my checks and kind of probably do these Windows updates and see if that does, but I don't think that has anything to do with it. Because my updates are sitting there waiting, but they're not really hanging on the CPU, because my CPU is running at about 12 to 15 to 16%, so I don't know. I don't know. It's YouTube or a bad local connection doing the buffering on the receiving end. Oh, Tim, why do you come up with these crazy ideas? You always say that. Clear the cache, clear this. It's not going to help any. Or cookies. No, it's not the cookies. That has nothing to do with buffering. That's a whole completely different issue. So tomorrow I won't be here, as most of you know. I made that announcement yesterday. I've got a doctor's appointment at 1:25. So, and then, my appointment usually takes about 25 minutes to a half hour, so that'll be 5 to 2. Or 2 o'clock or 2 after or whenever. And then I got to get brought home, but, my mom's 82, 83 years old, slower than hell, so I don't know when I'm going to get home. It could be 2:30, a quarter to 3. I don't know, but I won't be here tomorrow. I got that health wellness check at the clinic I got to do. It's just a pain in the ass. You got to make a clock, write the numbers, and then make it like 12 after 10. I'm not good at doing that. How do you do the 12 after 10? I can do the 10, and then I just go a little past the 10, and they say, well, that's actually 10:11, but close enough. Well, I don't know what 1012 is. I know it is on a digital clock or digital something like this, but writing it the way you're supposed to, I can't do that. But that's how every test is. And then I just have my normal chit chat with my doctor, and I've got her this time. I am going to tell her about this arm issue I'm having, the head surgeries I'm having, which I've never figured out. I just have surgeries in my head, and it happens twice. Just like boom, boom, and that's it. And like 10 minutes later, it's like ding, ding. I don't know what's inside my head that's causing that. I don't know what it is, but I can't really feel it. Well, actually, I kind of can. It's a funny feeling, but it's just too. It does that twice. I'm like, what the hell is? So I'm going to talk to her about that. She can't help me with my foot. She said that in my chart yesterday. I actually have to go to the foot doctor out on South 6th in Brainerd. The clinic won't fix that. They don't have anybody there that fixes feet, but the orthopedics in South 6th, that's where she'll send me. And they have to do an MRI or X-ray at the top of my foot. Because I don't know what's going on, but that's been bothering me for 9 months. I'm walking with my right and left foot like I normally, but my left foot keeps cracking. The top of my foot, the bones are just crack, 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 crack. I'm like, what the fuck? So I need to talk to somebody about that, see what's going on. But no, it should be pretty much in and out kind of thing, but just to see if I'm going to live another year, that's all. But that's what I'm doing tomorrow. So with that, guys, it is 2:35. I'm going to get going. I've got other things to do. I've got other people to see. And probably other places to be. So with that, I will see you guys on Saturday on Doug's. And then again on Sunday on my live stream. So hope you guys have a great Friday tomorrow. Hope you have a great weekend. And I will talk to all of you in a couple of days. Bye for now.